and I believe he took her as his wife, and they weren't mentally stable. So they uncovered her 9 months later because someone recognized her eyes. She had a wig on. She was covered with is it a burqa, I believe? Burqa. Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
A burqa, like she's covered up. So someone recognized her eyes, and that's how they found her. And
Wow.
basically, what Elizabeth said to the newspaper is, "Don't give up. My family didn't give up hope. I didn't give up hope that they would find me, and the Shunick shouldn't either, and we're not going to." I don't think the community or anyone that's been involved in the search and rescue efforts is planning on it either. So,
that's another thing about keeping your eyes peeled in the air. She was found, if I'm not mistaken, it was 12 or 18 miles away from her home. So it wasn't that she was very far
taken
away.
to another continent.
No, not at all.
Wow.
She was still that close. So that's why we encourage people to keep your eyes open, and
Watch your neighbors.
no, don't be stalking your
Not
neighbors.
too hard. Not too hard though.
Not too much. Another thing I know me and Eric would like to express extreme thanks to everyone that has come out to search, because these are people that have taken vacation days away from work to come help search for Mickey. They've they've worked and then came, like they worked at night or something, then came the next morning to search before they even think about going to sleep. It's been incredible, the outpouring of volunteers that we've met so many people that were literally there every day, if not every other day, to go out on search teams. So.
And multiple searches a day. Some people are going on
absolutely.
2 searches a day, and it's incredible.
I think everybody out there knows as well as I do that South Louisiana is probably the greatest place to live on earth. Some of the guys from Texas EquiSearch basically said that they had never seen the amount of support and community outpouring that was expressed for these searches here. So it really does give a testament to the area that we live in,
No, I got
the
there
quality of people.
I got there one morning, and there's almost 30 ATVs and 3 airboats.
Absolutely.
And all
Probably a
these
couple
people
of
are
horses
putting,
too.
Yeah,
they
probably
put
a couple
fuel in this equipment. They towing this with big trucks,
Absolutely.
and they go into a search area.
Spending their own money and everything.
Spending
It's
their
been
own money.
incredible.
Absolutely, it's incredible the effort.
Yeah, we didn't have vans, and people were taking their cars and carpooling out to wherever they needed to go.
And I would think that the area around I-10 really got a focus, the Sherburne Wildlife Management area, that entire area, I would think. Am I right on that, Kevin?
We've been everywhere. I can tell you that. We've been everywhere. If we haven't been
Tell us
if we haven't
about
been
the
everywhere once, we'll be everywhere the second time
underwater
again.
search, and that went on to the night, and about the van and the 2 cars that are down there. And somebody said, "Well, they're just going to leave them there." I said, I guess so.
Yeah. We did find some vehicles in Whiskey Bay in the bottom of the river. So if you're missing a van or car from the last 50 years and you want it back, you might want to go
Just send us the
see,
make and
see
model.
see how far that tow truck's line will take it.
Yeah, that is around 80 feet of water right there.
It really goes really deep, really fast over there.
Yeah, it was actually dredged 100 feet in 1960, so, and of course probably filled in some since, because the Whiskey Bay, that portion of the river is actually a canal that was dredged 1,000 feet wide by 100 feet deep, 100,000 foot of channel capacity, and but it's just been an amazing effort that has poured forth, and the optimism is dominant, I think, in this effort. And you get back from a search and you haven't found anything, you say, well, that's good in a way that we haven't, So, as with you guys yesterday, and one thing's for sure, we have a lot of wilderness, a lot of remote sites and camps. We have a call. Let's see if we can. You're on the air. Can we help you?
On the air?
You're on the air now. Yes, ma'am.
Sorry.
Well,
Somebody doesn't want to be on the air.
didn't have much information. So. Wow. So anyway, where do we go from here? Tell us where the new office is, what we still need, where we need to focus. Share with us
Okay.
Jolie, kind of?
So the new headquarters is at 2811 Johnson Street. It's at the corner of Johnson and
The
South
old
College.
bowling alley.
Yeah,
okay.
it's right by Lafayette Lanes. Try running.
Soccer.
The new
Twins.
Twins. Yeah.
Yeah, right.
And so basically what's going on there is we're just there for a small supportive group. We're making like buttons and bows, and we have some shirts, the wristbands. We have tons of flyers, tons of information. We just got these new things that we're working on, which are business cards that we're going to attach to Mardi Gras beads and just keep on our person to hand out to people. We have door handle things. We're laminating all these flyers. We have multiple sizes and colors. And what we really need people to do is come in small groups. It can be any age. You know, if like a family has a day off and they're looking for something to do that's kind of active, if they want to go to Target, if they want to bring some stuff and put it on vehicles or hand it out to people or ask Target to put it up, or, you know, if you're going out for the day to Girard Park or going shopping on the north side or anything. We're downtown here now, and I didn't see very many flyers. So if people want to come and put flyers up on the trees, maybe ask the businesses if they can do that. That would be great. We just need to make sure people are still reposting things online. On all the social media sites, we have things set up on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. We have a website, findmickeynow.com. We have an email address, findmickeyshunick@yahoo.com. We just want to make sure that people are still actively spreading the word for us. So anything you can think of to do like that, it'd be wonderful, you know. That's kind of where our efforts are, coming from the family and the headquarters right now.
And I mean, it's like we talked about earlier. You know, our searchers are 18 years or older. If you're driving and you're 16, 17 years old, we know if you're in high school, school's out. We know we were in high school before. We know you like to ride around and see what's going on. Come by and get a bunch of flyers and put them out. Probably more can get done with your age group in high school than any other age group, really, when it comes to that. So we encourage that. As far as you know, our organized search efforts, we're hoping that things can get rolling back with that soon. And when they do, we'll definitely have that put out on social media. And when we get that going, I mean, everyone will know quickly, very quickly, and it will happen fast.
I think it's important that those of us who are in outdoors, especially in the basin or in the bays, along the beaches and so forth, just keep your eyes peeled. Be aware that, you know, anything that shows up, a purse or something like that, could be super important. Keep your eyes peeled. You know, those of you that have hunting camps, and I know a lot of you don't run those trails during the summertime, but you might want to go check your camp and check things out, your deer stands, and make a run back there and look around. Look for any kind of signs of disturbed soil or evidence of tampering with equipment. I know some of you guys leave your ATVs behind, and somebody using it and show a sign that they used it without your permission. All of that could be indication of somebody wanting to hide something. So those of you in outdoors, fishing, hunting, be alert, pay attention, and perhaps we can come up with some answers.
That's a huge thing. You know, if you have your own property, your own land, if you don't get out on it much, ride around, check it out. If you haven't been on it, you know, in the last month or two. Also, the hunt camps is another huge priority when it comes to that. It's not near winter time, so you guys haven't been out there for a long time. Definitely check it out. And, you know, if something's been disturbed or you feel upset, like you feel like you might run into something or something of importance, call a tip line, call the private investigator, and they'll get on it as soon as possible.
I noticed that, you know, when I was there one day, a guy with a dream came in and talked, and you might share some of those mystique type of, how would you call it, people,
Psychic,
psychic
medium,
mediums and all that, and, you know.
sensitive
Right.
people.
And that's a world that, you know, has, you know, been used in these searches successfully in some areas and
Yeah.
others. So,
By no means are we discrediting psychics or mediums or sensitive people. I think that they can solve crimes, and a lot of people do have visions and things that are helpful. But as far as this case goes, we haven't had any two people that have agreed. These searches we've gone on based on those predictions have come up with absolutely nothing. Personally, for me, it's been more upsetting to hear those things than anything, which is why we're asking that they go to the tip line and the PI with these types of things, or at least email the email address so that the social media can take it instead of my family. But
Right.
a lot of people have come forward with dreams and visions and asked us for personal things so that they could try and, you know, feel some of Mickey's energy. And they've come up with a lot of things, and it just hasn't led anywhere yet, unfortunately. So if that's what we keep saying, if there's two people who agree on the same spot or the same people or something, like, we would definitely drive to follow through on that. But we haven't had two people with the same idea or vision or feeling yet. So
and there was a car dealer in a car, I guess a salvage broker came in yesterday and brought some good ideas about reducing the amount of vehicles. You're looking for a white, Chevy truck, but is it a four-door? Is it extended cab? Is it, they look the same from 99 to 07, so you can look at the wheels change every year, so, but he was pointing out those things, and that's a great help because, generally police are not familiar with all those automotive truck details. And I had a issue very like that on my property as somebody smashed into a tree and, really demolished a car because there were parts laying all over the place, part of the grill, part of the tail lights, the front lights, and so it had to be quite a smash up. And I called the police and we came out there, but everybody was gone, and the car was gone, and we don't know what make it is or anything, and we don't know where to start on an investigation. So I being a car dealer, we have a body shop, and so I went out there and started picking up parts, and the parts had part numbers. So in about 10 minutes, I go to a big crash manual with a part number of a tail light. I know exactly the year model and make of the car. And I know it's orange because they had orange paint all over my tree. So I called the first record. I called, no, I don't know anything about it. The second one, I picked up that car at 2 o'clock in the morning Saturday night. Somebody called me and said the car belongs to Up City Motors, and I bring it there. So, man, I run off to Up City Motors with my bucket of parts. And, I'm friendly with the dealer, so I say, hey, man, come out here and look at this. See if these parts fit your car, Oh, yeah, that's the tail light. It's a perfect fit. So they own my property, and they tore up my fence. And the guy says, oh, Harold, he says, somebody with a stolen credit card got that car a year and a month ago. It had 15 miles on it. Now it's got 15,000 miles. So that car was pretty much driven in Lafayette, stolen for 13 months. A big, bright orange, brand new car with no license. Do you think somebody would find it in that time?
Yeah.
So often the obvious deceives us, and there may be some obvious things that are there. We're just not aware that there may be the answer just around the next bend, so to speak.
And to reiterate about that white truck, I mean, like we've been saying, we are not saying these people are responsible. Who knows? Someone might have seen it and just be terrified to come forward because they don't know what's going to happen to them because we've been looking for it for so long. But if we could just figure out who that truck belongs to, anything about it. I mean, they've tried with technology to get a little more precise, I guess, definition on what kind of truck it is, what year it could be, and all that, but not much has come from that, so.
Yeah, well, they were talking about that yesterday. It can be a 99 to 07, and there's 38,000 white ones like
Yeah.
The color is an ID item on the title. So, but also identification is whether it's an extended cab or four doors, and that makes a big difference. And then that's not on the title, the type of wheels, but the wheels virtually change every year. So you could look at the wheels, you can look at the bed, and on a four-door, the bed is 5.5 feet on these year models, and on an extended cab, it's 6.5. So you can pretty well